The psychology of people who have been through a lot reveals an important truth. Hardship does not shape everyone the same way. Some people, after pain, grow cold. They close off. They become bitter. But others become deeper, calmer, and most surprisingly of all, more human. This video asks one essential question. What changes inside the minds of these two groups? Why do two people walking through similar pain emerge on completely different paths? Psychology tells us it's not just about how much someone suffers. It's about what the mind does with that suffering. Many people turn their wounds into identity. Life becomes defense, distrust, a constant state of alert. But those who have truly been through deep hardship and did not break have made a quiet choice, one most people never notice. They've learned how to feel pain without becoming pain. This video isn't here to glorify suffering. It's not here to say hardship is good. It's here to show how the minds of people who move through hardship actually work. And I want to promise you something right now. By the end of this video, you'll reach a single sentence. And if you truly understand it, your relationship with pain, with yourself, and with your past will never be the same. Not a motivational quote, but a psychological truth that clearly explains why some people break after hardship, while others are shaped by it. If you've ever wondered why some pains still live inside you, and why some people, despite deep wounds, carry such calm and dignity, this video is for you. And its most important moment comes at the very end. From the outside, people who've been through a lot can look surprisingly similar. Quieter, more cautious, as if always standing one step back. But psychology shows that inside them, two very different paths are forming. Some people experience the wound. Others live the wound. For one person, pain is a chapter, heavy, bitter, but bound by time. For another, pain slowly becomes self-definition. The mind begins to say, I am the one who suffered. I am the one who must never be hurt again. And here, a very real biological response appears. When the brain experiences harm repeatedly, the nervous system learns to stay prepared for danger, even when no danger is present. Psychology calls this hypervigilance. The body stays on alert, not because something is happening, but because something might. That's why some people, after hardship, constantly analyze, constantly imagine scenarios, constantly scan the future. Not out of pessimism, but fear of pain repeating itself. Even when life feels good, a quiet voice inside whispers, "This feels too good, stay alert." This needs to be said with compassion. This is not a character flaw. It's a survival response. The mind believes that constant readiness might prevent future pain, even if the cost is peace. And here, a subtle divergence begins. One person concludes, "This is who I am now, damaged, always at risk." And slowly, the wound becomes identity. Another person, with the same wounds, the same memories, creates a small inner distance. They don't deny the pain. They don't minimize it, but they say, "This happened to me, but it is not who I am." That sentence may sound simple, but psychologically, it creates a life-saving boundary. As long as the wound is identity, the body remains in constant alarm. But when the wound becomes experience, the mind allows healing for the first time. And from this point forward, two kinds of people emerge after hardship, not based on how much they suffered, but on the relationship they formed with that suffering. When the wound is no longer identity, the mind enters a more delicate phase, the search for meaning. Psychology shows that pain without meaning turns into anger or numbness, but pain with meaning can turn into depth. People who've been through great hardship and did not break often share one trait. They stop asking, "Why did this happen to me?" and slowly begin asking, "What did this change inside me?" This shift matters deeply. When the mind stays trapped in why, it remains stuck in the past. But when it asks, "What did I learn?" the mind moves forward. These people don't justify pain. They don't say it was good. They don't say it was necessary. They simply refuse to let pain remain meaningless. Psychology calls this post-traumatic meaning-making, the process of turning memory into a livable narrative. That's why some people, after hardship, become more sensitive, more empathetic, more attuned to others' pain. Not because they're weaker, but because they've become familiar with suffering. When processed well, this familiarity softens the heart. When unprocessed, it hardens it. This is the difference. Those who move through hardship without becoming bitter allow pain to pass through them, not settle inside them. They learn that suffering, while part of life, does not get to define life. And when the mind reaches this place, something quiet but powerful happens. Pain stops building walls and begins building bridges. Bridges to deeper self-understanding. Bridges to more human connection. Bridges to a kind of maturity that rarely forms without pain. And this is where some people, after hardship, don't become smaller. They become deeper. After meaning begins to form, the mind enters another fragile stage. People who've been through a lot no longer trust easily, but not all distrust is the same. For some, distrust becomes a wall, high, impenetrable, keeping everyone out. For others, it becomes a boundary. Psychology draws a clear distinction. A wall says, "No one is safe." A boundary says, "Not everyone is safe, but some people can be." Those who've moved through hardship and grown no longer attach recklessly, but they don't lock their hearts either. They've learned that trust is not a momentary decision. It's a gradual process. They watch behavior, not just words. They value consistency, not promises. They look for repeated respect, not initial excitement. This caution isn't coldness. It isn't emotional distance. It's experience. A mind that is broken once doesn't walk forward unprotected. But when protection doesn't turn extreme, it becomes healthy. Psychology describes maturity as the ability to be close and to say no. Those who've grown through hardship slowly learn this balance. They don't see everyone as a threat, nor everyone as safe. They accept that trust must be built, not assumed. And this perspective reshapes relationships, fewer but deeper. They choose fewer connections that feel real over many that feel unsafe. They stop forcing closeness. They stop rushing forgiveness. They understand that speed is not a measure of relational health. Pain taught them that slowly built trust is safer and more humane than quickly lost trust. And when trust grows from boundaries, it becomes not only safer, but lasting. We've seen how pain can become identity or experience, bitterness or meaning, walls or boundaries. But one final marker remains, one that truly distinguishes those who've grown through hardship, how they respond to pressure. Many people, after pain, become more reactive. They jump faster, defend quicker, anger rises sooner. But those who've processed pain often do the opposite. They don't shout louder, they explode less. Psychology shows their nervous systems no longer interpret every pressure as a life-threatening event. They know pain, so they're not afraid of discomfort. And because they're not afraid, they don't need to react instantly. This is where strength matures. Strength that lives in tone, in pause before response, in the ability to hold oneself when everything is provocative. They no longer need to prove strength. They know what they've survived. That's why they argue less, fight to win less, and lose themselves less under pressure. Pain taught them that every reaction costs energy, and not every moment deserves it. This isn't indifference. It isn't suppression. It's conscious choice, choosing when to stand, when to speak, and when to simply pass. And those choices make their presence not heavy, but grounded. The strength of those who've grown through hardship is visible in their calm, not in the intensity of their reactions. A strength that doesn't wound, doesn't consume itself, but protects the self and relationships. When all of this comes together, a clear, quiet image emerges. People who've been through a lot and grown are not different because they suffered less, but because they let pain know them without defining them. They learn how to live with wounds without becoming wounded, how to understand pain without passing it on. That's why something feels different in their presence. They're not loud, not performative, but their words carry weight. Their silence carries meaning. Their gaze comes from depth. Psychology shows that when pain is processed, the mind enters a layer no longer satisfied with surface-level answers. These people resist quick judgments. Simple explanations no longer suffice. Emotions are no longer black and white. They understand complexity. They see life as layered. They know truth often lives between extremes. So they judge less and understand more, react less and reflect more. Pain, when understood, doesn't make you harsh, it makes you deep. And perhaps this is the greatest difference between those who only suffered and those who built something from suffering. If you're still here, take a quiet moment and ask yourself, which hardship in your life made you deeper, not more closed? If you feel called to share, leave a comment about one experience that changed how you see life or people. Not to explain, just to speak. Someone reading may need exactly that sentence. And as this video resonated, and you sense that some minds work differently after pain, the next video continues this journey. The psychology of people who think deeply. There, you'll see how deep thinking is born from experience, from silence, and from pain that has been understood. I'll see you in the next video.